I just framed up the front wall of this 8x12, 12 by 8 by 8 saw box, whatever way you want to call it. 12 by 8 is the way everyone does it now. Standard 2-foot layout, or standard 2-foot layout for this shed, for a shed, which is we mark 24s off the end and just line it up like that. Which is, you know, that's not the way they do it when they frame. They go for edge enough or edge marks. But anyway, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That, and that. All right. If you want the door centered, you go off the center mark. I cut my doors at on the sheets. I lay the 2 sheets down for the doors. The overlap sheet. I always make the right-hand door go first. Every shed I do, unless I mess up, and then I usually switch it up so it still does that. But if you want the door centered, you go off the center mark 27 inches each way. 27. Put a mark XO. You do have to measure these out for your 3 inches because you have to put that 2x4 in first. But our mark's way over there, 1.5 inches away from the edge of this one. So after you're 27, you just come over here and mark off that mark right there, 1.5, 3, away from the center. That's for centering doors up on here. If you want to offset the doors, you can use any one of these centers right here, except that one, because you have to have it right. Well, actually, you can use this one. It'll put a 21-inch thing right there. So you have 1, 2, 3. You have 5 locations you can put this set of doors in the center of them. Nope, I'm wrong. 3 locations. Right there would produce that 21 because we're on the right-hand side of that. We're on the right-hand side of this mark. A few inches, that put it on the right hand side of that, which would be 21 there. I know that measurement, I've done it before, a lot actually. Standard door cuts are 28 by 71. I messed them up on the last shed. I cut them 71.5. That's not right. 28 by 71. When you cut your doors, lay your sheets out, mark all your lines first, and then stand on your doors and cut around the outside of the freaking mark. That way your doors are staying 28 by 71. You're taking the excess out all the way around on the sheets that go on the wall. I should have ran myself short on 1 2x4. Typically I'll sit the header 69.5 off the floor. 69.5 off the floor. So with an 1.5 inch plate, that's on a gable wall. On a bearing wall with an 1.5 inch down there, we cut our jacks at 68. So it's still 69 off the floor because of the plate. I typically put that stud in for the jack, and I'll tack the header in. Usually I have both jacks, but I don't have both of them, but I'll at least tack the front half of the header on so I can get my sheeting right. Those end up being 3-inch blocks up there usually. And that's about it. This one's going in the center. I'll show how to cut sheeting here. The sheeting is simple. If you want it to be centered, you cut your 2 door sheets. That leaves 1 more sheet. You cut that sheet right in half. You start with an underlap over there, then your door sheet overlap, and done. If you want to offset the doors, you put your doors in. Offsetting the doors determines where you cut that last full sheet. If you center them, you got to cut it in half. If you want the doors to the front, you cut nothing off of it because you need the underlap edge over here. If you put your doors over to the left, your last sheet will need the underlap cut off of it. It's just in the way you lay your sheets. But you have 3 locations on a 12-foot shed on a bearing wall on 2-foot centers to put these doors. As they get longer, you get more room. You know, you'll have more studs to work with. But that's about it. It's really straightforward. I mean, there's not much to it. The one thing you do have to do though is when you put your 27 off your center, or off whatever stud, off the centers, whenever you do that, you got to mark your X's and O's. You got to mark it 1.5, 3. X's and O's. Here, I'll probably pop the sheets up here. Probably maybe get them tacked up or something, and then I'll do another little video clip. That's it though.